In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Rankability, one of the most powerful SEO tools out there, to help you rank #1 on Google by working smarter, not harder. In just 10 minutes, you'll be able to follow along everything I do on screen so you can rank your site higher. Whatever kind of blog or business site or affiliate marketing you're doing, this method will work for you. To make following along easier, I've put the link in the description so you can sign up for the current special offer, which is a 7-day free trial. Using this link will support this channel to keep this content free. But if you don't want to support the channel, you can always go to the website on your own. I've put timestamps below so you can jump to any part or rewatch if needed. Plus, if I'm going too fast or too slow, you can use the gear icon on YouTube to change the speed. Let's get started. If you're following along and click the link below, you should see this page. Sometimes the page might look a little bit different depending on the promotion they're running, but regardless, once you're on the site, just fill out the information here and click register. Super simple. At this point, you should follow the steps in your email for verification, and you should end up on this site. I want you guys to select the first option, which is the cheapest one, and just fill out your credit card information and begin your 7-day free trial. So at this point, you should be able to log into your dashboard. But before we go any further on the website, I want to show you guys something first. Now, while Rankability is amazing on its own, if you can combine that with a quick analysis using a Google Excel document such as this one, which I'll show you how to set up in a minute, then you'll be able to see exactly where your competitors' strengths and weaknesses are and use that to your advantage. What I want you to do next is use Google to find out what our competitors are doing. So for this example, what I'm going to use is New York Traffic Ticket Lawyer. I'm going to scroll past these sponsors and grab the first 5 links. Once we have that set up, we'll also create a quick Excel document so we can have a list of the information we're trying to get. So we can get the URL, the title, metadata, the header, and the first paragraph. So from here, what will also be helpful is this SEO Google Chrome extension link. If you don't have it, I suggest you download it. So you can grab this information very quickly and put it in here. And also in this tab, there's the header. So you're going to grab the H1 text. Put that here. And the first paragraph. So what you're going to do is copy this information for each of our competitors. So that way we can do a quick comparison between them. So I was able to do that real quickly. And we're going to go back to Rankability and we're going to start optimizing. So we're going to run this optimizer real quick and see what comes up with our keywords. Takes a little bit of time. Wait this out next 20 seconds or so. So once I finish, you should be able to click on your link. And on the competitors tab, you should be able to find your rankability score. And you're going to copy that information over there. So ticket lawyer, just the second one, 46, and so on and so on. Now you might be wondering, what's a rankability score? It's perfectly normal. It's just a measure of a page relevance and topic coverage compared to the competitors. So what we're going to do next is compare our 5 links, starting with the URL. So what you can see right here in a quick comparison is that these two specifically adhere to the New York audience and their keyword. They talk about traffic. This one's even better because it talks about the traffic ticket. This one talks about the lawyer. So they're both very good on that scale. So let's highlight that one. This one's very good as well. It talks about traffic tickets that you're dealing with, but it doesn't mention that it's New York. And this one's only mentions that it's lawyer. The name of the group doesn't mention that it's New York, that it deals with traffic tickets. So there's great room for improvement for this group. And this last group, though it mentions traffic law, it doesn't mention that it's in New York like the first one as well. So I want you guys to keep that in mind when you're looking at your URLs of your competitors. So it's very important that you guys understand the concept of maximizing your Google URL names, because the way that Google works is that it's a filtration system that needs to be explained like a 5-year-old, essentially. So if you're missing any of the keywords, then you'll get a low rankability score, and a new person can come along, hopefully you guys, where you're able to maximize this information and create a URL title that will gravitate and rank higher, thus putting in a bigger audience. Next, what I want you guys to look at is the title block. So as you can see, we have New York traffic ticket lawyers, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. And most of our competitors seem to have that information, with the exception of this one here. So there's room for improvement with this guy, and his score would shoot up tremendously if you just included these two changes between the URL and the title. And this is also important because Google has a feature called Title Match Score. So these guys over here would be perfect in terms of getting a high score on that scale. Next, we're going to talk about the meta description, which is this tab here. It's a minor ranking factor, but still worth optimizing. So obviously, the first thing you want to do is make sure you actually have one, which all of these guys do. But secondly, you want to make sure that you don't include your phone number. Now, you might be thinking, that's ridiculous, right? But it's a smart move to drive leads, but from an SEO standpoint, this backfires. Why? Because what really matters is getting clicks, and your organic click-through rate is a proven ranking factor. Remember, your title and your meta description don't actually show up on the site. They appear in Google's search results, where first impressions matter the most. Next, if you look at your H1 tag, that is visible on your page. So you actually want to make sure that you got this correct. And our competitors, they all have a lot of the keywords here. This is the best one. I mentioned that it's in New York, and you're a traffic ticket lawyer. This one could be done better. This one is also very good. So ironically, the one with the highest rankability score still has massive room for improvement, as you can see. Next, you want to focus on your first paragraph here, and be sure that you're using the keywords, which this guy does here. This guy does as well. This guy doesn't do a good job here at all. And this guy also doesn't have the information leading it right there. This guy perfectly does as well. So basically 3 out of 5 of our guys do a great job of including this information. And there's obviously room for improvement with these two guys to further increase their scores. Now, what's great about an analysis like this is that we haven't even begun using the full features of our rankability website. And just by making these minor changes, we can already get a leg up on our competitors, which is exactly what we're all trying to do, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of our websites and do a quick analysis to make sure that they're addressing everything that we would want for our own website. So in this case, it says right off the bat what their goal is: fight our tickets to save money, right? We all want to save money. You have the phone number, you have free consultation, and they have all these promises, 97% success rate, and they even provided testimonials. And they give you the option to see all the reviews right away. And if you keep scrolling, they'll give you the numbers that support why you can trust them. And building trust is very important with your community, of course. And then they give you their actual attorneys, and you keep going down, and they'll talk about common violations that they've dealt with, which further builds their credibility. So this is perfect. And if you continue going on, they give you their locations and a way to contact them. So this is perfect. If you can make a website that's something similar to this, right, and optimize the locations of each of these things, you can tell there's a lot of scrolling to get all the information. So there's still room for improvement. This is one way that we can consider building our own version of this website that would optimize our leads as a New York traffic ticket lawyer. So what we'll do next is we'll switch over to our Rankability Content Optimizer, and I click the Optimizer tab here. And this is the same website that we were just looking at. So as you can tell, that this rankability score is 59, 64 plus is optimal. So there's tremendous room for improvement here on this site. Ideally, we want to be within a range of 500 to 1500. We're at about 2000. Remember, we kept scrolling down the website. It felt like it was dragging on and on. So there's definitely information that could be removed or enhanced where it's not as wordy. The readability level, it's able to give you that. So yeah, obviously, for something like this, you want to be between high school and college. And what we can do is optimize it here by just typing in or removing information until we get exactly what we're looking for, which would fit into our word count or into our word count and in time increase our rankability score. So we want to increase our rankability score using ChatGPT. So what I did was I copied that information into ChatGPT and I asked it a basic question. Let's think about it. What happens if I'm found guilty? That's something that's very common. So I take that information that I put into ChatGPT, it developed it on its own, and voila, pasted it here, and you can see the score move up just like that. Now it's only a small tidbit, but every little bit counts. And before you know it, you'll have a high ranking score in no time. And that's it. Here's what we just walked through using Rankability. We set up our account, we found a keyword and analyzed our competitors. We looked through briefly how to optimize your page. And if you follow along, you've now done more than 90% of website owners, and you've got a page that's actually built to rank. But just remember, SEO isn't static. The industry is always changing, and so are your competitors. That's why tools like Rankability are so powerful. They don't just help you once. They help you stay on top of what's working, adapt quickly, and keep growing. If you watched this video and you haven't started yet, click that first link below and get your 7-day free trial. It costs you nothing extra. And if you're not ready now, no problem. Just remember this video will always be here for you whenever you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.